how'd you get here? How did you get to a place where you were having millions of subscribers and followers and viewers and people look to you for answers about things? How'd you get to this space?
I've talked about this quite a bit recently, actually. I think it was because like a lot of the things that I believed in, the things that I advocated for very publicly, even back when I was at the Young Turks, basically people started playing catch up. I think BLM was a big turning point. You might remember this. Many people don't know this at all, and it's been retconned at this point. But like Black Lives Matter wasn't favored by liberals at all. Black Lives Matter in its inception, especially when it was more radical than the more commoditized version of like the org, I guess, or even as like a cultural phenomenon, where you had Walmart throwing up like a Black Fist logo while simultaneously funding police forces all around the country. Before all of that, Black Lives Matter started under Obama, like as a movement, I guess. Obviously, Black liberation didn't start under Obama, and at the time, I remember distinctly advocating for this and getting a lot of flack from liberals in general because they felt like, in a way that is not dissimilar to how many liberals who advocate for Joe Biden getting mad at people talking about Gaza all the time. They were very upset because it disrupted, Barack Obama's wonderful legacy. Like it was, you're kind of like ruining the situation here. Like we have bigger problems to worry about, like Barack Obama or Black Lives Matter and police brutality under Barack Obama is not that big of a problem. Oh, it'll be much worse under a Republican administration. And I think the point I was trying to make is, in the most convoluted way possible, I was already there. And then it became fashionable for a lot of people to also be on board with it after George Floyd. Especially, I think I remember the turning point. I remember when the Podjahs, like Tommy Vitor and John Favreau, and they all openly apologized for being critical of BLM. It was after Colin Kaepernick was in the crosshairs of Donald Trump. Once Donald Trump was like, oh, fuck this BLM stuff, then liberals negatively polarized against Donald, who are always primed to be negatively polarized against Donald Trump, decided, oh, maybe it's a good thing, actually. So in that moment, a lot of liberals were way more radical with emancipatory politics. And I think that's when people were like, oh, well, this guy's been saying this for years. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Let's pay attention to him.